It's the 2019 World Indoor Lacrosse Championships live from the Langley Event Center here in beautiful Langley, British Columbia. My name is Jamie Dodd. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, or whatever time it might be from wherever you are watching around the world. It is Israel taking on the Netherlands here in the placement bracket of the playoffs at this tournament. How both teams got to this stage. Israel lost in a tight one, 9-7 to England, a team they had previously beaten in the round-robin stage, but they fell in the playoffs to eliminate them from contention for the gold medal, while the Netherlands lost 17-6 against the Czech Republic. That's the most recent result for each team. They'll try to get back to their winning ways here this morning at the LEC. Once again, my name is Jamie Dodd. Thank you so much for tuning in. Israel wearing the white jerseys with the light blue. The Netherlands in the black with the orange and white trim. 15 minutes on the clock, and we are all set to get started here at the LEC. Opening face-off, controlled back into Israel's zone, and they scoop it up. That is Kruder, who eventually controls, brings it around his own net. Now outlets it to Utting on the right side. He will advance the ball as Israel gets set up in the offensive zone for the first time, looking to take the early lead in this one. Swing it on the perimeter, 12 seconds on the shot clock. Cross crease pass, not able to connect. The Netherlands recover. Forecheck comes in from Israel, but the Netherlands do well to break the pressure. Now they'll try to advance the ball. Great defensive play there by number 40. That was Matthew Flapan stepping up, forcing the turnover. And now he'll control as Israel makes a couple of changes and looks to get set up in the offensive zone again. Flapan heads to the bench. First shot of the game is off target. Takes a big ricochet all the way back out to the perimeter, where Israel controls. That time it was screened in front of the net. Netherlands goalie not able to get possession. Only 6 seconds on the shot clock. That one right off the goaltender. That'll bring the shot clock reset. A couple of good chances for Israel, but they are not able to break down the defense of Kevin De Bruyne in goal for the Netherlands. That's number 21, Wieland Muskens, who advances the ball from the Netherlands. Now heavy pressure from Israel, forcing them well outside, away from goal. That's exactly where the Israelis will hope to keep them. A late shot on goal in the shot clock, easily saved. And Israel comes back the other way. This is Tim Semish. Now he'll head to the bench. Onto the left side, behind the net now, circling, looking for an opening in the Dutch defense. They fake the pick. And now he'll just take it right into the heart of the Netherlands defense. And another strong save from Kevin De Bruyne. Good pressure on the transition attempt, though, from Israel. And they get the ball right back with a fresh shot clock to work with. Another big ricochet out past the attacking zone, and a transition opportunity here for the Netherlands. They almost struck first. That one off the shoulder of the Israeli goaltender. Israel's had much more of the pressure here in the opening few minutes, but that was a golden opportunity for the Netherlands to draw first blood and take the lead in this game. Adam Fishman controlling for Israel. Now they'll work the ball on the perimeter over to Chetner. In close to Fishman, and he had a great look at it from just outside the restricted area. Couldn't convert. His shot was wide past Kevin De Bruyne. And Israel not giving the Dutch anything easy in this one. They are making them fight just to get the ball anywhere near the attacking zone. That time they have to use a pick to do it. And just like that, they turned it over without really getting a sniff at goal. It's a transition opportunity for Israel. Netherlands has numbers back, though, so Israel will just get some fresh legs on the field and look to slow it down and get set up. Bergman. Fast shot there, but another miss not on target. for Israel. They recover, only 5 seconds on the shot clock. Bergman has to do something with it. That one right off the chest of the goalie Kevin De Bruyne, and I think he drew a penalty before he got the shot off. The Dutch player disagrees. He's saying that the Israeli player was pushing off, but the referee, of course, will not be swayed. He calls the holding penalty, and we have our first power play of the game. It is number 11, Joshua Tuguri, who's going to the box for the Dutch, and Israel has the man advantage to work with. They'll try to strike first. That one's off the side of the net, scooped up by Israel. They'll retain possession, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Shetner. Cross-crease pass. They didn't know how to deal with it, and it ends up in the back of the net. Some indecision on the part of the Dutch defense creates the opening. And it is number 43, Kyle Bergman, hailing from New York, New York in the USA, who gets Israel on the board first. The Dutch deflected the initial pass attempt to Bergman, who was lurking at the side of the net. But then he swooped in, picked up the loose ball, kept his feet just outside of the crease, and made an acrobatic finish past De Bruyne to give his team the early lead here at the Langley Event Center. Israel with the ball again, both teams back to full strength. Bergman looking for his second in short order. Not able to convert. Now the Dutch have an opportunity in transition. Israel hustling to get their players back, and the Dutch are forced to take things out. Hard slash and a couple of cross checks there. Again, that intense pressure all the way up the court from Israel, and they are making their physical presence known in a big way. The Dutch player does very, very well just to get a shot off. That's Ross Parsons. He got double teamed along the wall by Israel, was able to escape the pressure, dance into the middle, not able to get his shot on target, however. Infraction on the play will give the ball back to Israel, and that's Parsons with his hands on his knees, just needs a second to regain his breath here. It is a penalty called against Israel on that last sequence. Number 34, Doug Udding, is headed to the box, and the Netherlands with a chance to quickly respond. Pick on the perimeter, hard shot right off the mask of the goaltender, number 31, Zachary Higgins. Israel playing a man down right now, able to control the ball, and they'll take their time advancing it upfield. That's Applebaum, who hands off to Shetner. Shetner, patient, 10 seconds on the shot clock, just looking for an opening, looking to drain as much time for this power play as well. And that was a desperation shot as the clock was ticking down. They knew they needed to get one off. And the ball goes back to the Dutch, but only just over a minute remaining on this two-minute power play, just a one-man advantage for the Dutch as they try to equalize down 1-0 early in the first quarter. Ball on the perimeter, comes back to Parsons up top. He tried to unload another vicious shot at the goalie. Well defended up top, though, by the two Israeli defenders at the point. Shot clock winding down. They'll just dump it behind the Israeli goal. Hustle back to change. And only 36 seconds. And if Israel wants, they can pretty much kill off this power play, but just by having a little bit of patience in the offensive end here. Bergman under pressure. Goes cross field to his teammate who scoops up the loose ball. This is Shetner. On the perimeter. Hard shot off the crossbar. And it bounces all the way back into the Israeli zone, but the Dutch player hustling after it. Number 46, Guido Wessler, not able to scoop it up. And time ticking off of Doug Udding's penalty. He is back in play. Israel doing very, very well on that penalty kill, not really allowing the Dutch to have a sniff at net. Now they'll look to extend their lead. Quick shot from Udding is deflected. He scoops it back up. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Tried to feed it to his teammate, Adam Wolf, in the middle, but it's intercepted by the Dutch. Again, intense pressure. The double team coming immediately from Israel, and they force the turnover again. Shetner into the middle. Now it's a 2-on-1 opportunity for Israel. All alone, and a great save by Kevin De Bruyne to keep it at a 1-goal deficit. That was number 85, Tim Semish, who had the chance on the 2-on-1, but he's not able to beat the Dutch goalie. Under half of the first quarter left. Tight one so far. Israel has had the better opportunities, but they've only been able to sneak one past Kevin De Bruyne in the Netherlands goal, and that is how it stands, a 1-0 lead for Israel with just under 7 minutes to play in the first quarter. Another missed shot, but they retain. They got the shot clock reset, so a full 30 to work with. Pick play. They go the other way, and they're going to call an illegal pick, I believe, as the Israeli player pushed off a little bit on the Dutch defender to open up space for his teammate. Bergsma, again, dealing with that intense double team from Israel. It forces another turnover and another 2-on-1 opportunity. Late defense coming in from the Dutch, but it doesn't matter. Number 77, Jacob Silberlicht, converts on the transition opportunity, and he doubles his team's lead. Israel up 2-0 over the Netherlands. The story of the game so far is the aggressive transition defense from Israel. You've heard the saying, the best offense is a good defense. Well, they are proving that to be true. Their defense is not even letting the Netherlands get set up, and immediately off the opening face-off, they leak 2 players out, get numbers down low. It's another goal in the span of about 6 seconds there from Israel. And quick strike offense, and just like that, they're up 3-0. Zachary Paul, the goal scorer that time. And you can see the aggressive nature of how the two teams are setting up, even off the opening face-off, with Israel feeling comfortable enough to put 2 players in the offensive zone. The Netherlands only lining 1 up in their offensive zone. Once again, it is Israel with the ball charging at the net. That one is over the net. No shot clock reset, but they do control. 6 seconds left, trying to find an opening. It's Udding. They're going to have to put it at net. A nice pass. Good save by Kevin De Bruyne. And he picks up the trash, securing the ball in front of his own net. Looking for an outlet, but he'll just go short with it instead. And now the Netherlands, they just need to prove that they can withstand that Israeli pressure, but they won't do it that time as Udding comes over. And once again, checks de Graaf and is able to get the ball back for his team. That is job 1 for the Netherlands right now. If they want to get back in this game, they have to go back to the drawing board and figure out a way just to gain the zone before they can even worry about how to score once they're in the zone. Israeli player down in front of the net. That's going to be a penalty against the Netherlands. Things go from bad to worse for the Dutch. They're already trailing 3-0. Have only managed 4 shots on goal here through the first almost 10 minutes of the first quarter. And now Israel, already with a 3-0 lead, is headed back to the power play. Martin Versteeg, the culprit in that instance for the Dutch. Shetner down low, gets it back. On the perimeter, hard shot, another good save by De Bruyne. He's been excellent so far. The best player by far for the Dutch. He's really the one keeping his team in this. And that time it was Wessler, who actually did pretty well, evading the pressure from about 3 Israeli players. Just able to advance the ball and kill a little bit of time off this power play, but the Israelis come right back. Shetner, the power play quarterback, working from that left circle position. Turnover. Long outlet pass, not able to find its target. And the Netherlands have to hustle back on defense again. Semish gains the zone, then he'll jog off to his bench to get the more offensive-minded player out there for Israel. Still a minute to go on the power play. Bergman, he's already scored once, and he caught the Dutch goalie De Bruyne out of position after the behind-the-net play. Wide open net on the power play for Bergman. He makes no mistake. And Israel in full control here in the first quarter at the Langley Event Center. They lead 4-0. It was the shot from the right side of De Bruyne. He couldn't find it. I think he might have thought it was in his pads somewhere, but it came loose to Bergman on the left side of De Bruyne's goal. And he had one of the easier opportunities to score a goal that he will enjoy at this tournament. More heavy pressure from Israel, forces the turnover again, and then they put the Dutch player on his rear end for good measure. An impressive physical performance so far from Team Israel. No shortage of intensity here at the Langley Event Center. Udding. Long shot from the perimeter. No. Rebound picked up by Israel. Another missed shot, however, and De Bruyne is able to snare it and get his team the ball back. De Graaf unable to handle that pass. He battles for it along the boards, but he's outmanned by Team Israel, and they start up again. Fishman all alone as he crosses the line into the offensive zone. Waits for his teammates to join him coming off the bench. Fake screen from Bergman. Now Bergman has it. He gives it to Wolf, who dances around one defender, and he snipes the top corner over De Bruyne's shoulder. Israel running away with it here early. They lead 5-0. You could see the confidence, the verve of Israel on that play. It was Bergman, it was Fox, two of their most talented players connecting, and Fox using his agility to dance around the first defender and then picking his spot for the goal. A rare opportunity in the offensive zone for the Netherlands. They've struggled really just to control the ball at this end for any amount of time, and they could desperately use a goal here as we are under 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. Control on the perimeter. Now they approach the net. Cross crease. Nice play. Can't finish. Don't get the shot clock reset either, so only 7 seconds to work with. Number 11, Joshua Taguri has it. 2 seconds. He's got to get a shot off. I think he might have thought they got the reset. The shot comes in late. It is a shot clock violation. Israel quickly up in the other direction. Now Semish waits for his teammates to join him. He'll head to the bench as well to get an attacking player on the field. Good movement on the perimeter. Great defense that time by the Netherlands, but they think they might get whistled for a penalty. They will. And it's number 46, Wessler. He can't believe it. He thought he was just in good defensive position there, and the referee disagrees. And with 2 minutes and 1 second remaining here in the first quarter, Team Israel will go on another power play looking to stretch their 5-0 advantage. Control on the perimeter. Patience looking for that opening. Shetner fakes the pass. Trying to control with it, and the Netherlands might have an opportunity here. If Vanderhorst can hustle, instead he's just going to pull it back out. Try to kill some time, but now all alone in net. Oh, and he couldn't control the pass. That was a golden opportunity for the Netherlands to get on the board, but Richard Hahn could not handle the pass all alone in front of net. Wolf to Shetner. Back to Wolf. They play pass at the top of the circle, just looking for that opening. Bergman, his shot is deflected up and out of play. Possession will stay with Israel. A little bit of chippiness happening. And we're going to have offsetting penalties here, I believe. Player from each team headed to the box as they got into a bit of an altercation in front of net. So it'll remain 5-on-4 with those offsetting penalties. It was Daniel Deckelbaum headed to the box for Israel, still waiting to see who the Dutch player in the box is. But it remains an Israel power play. Bergman, down low to Chetner, cross to Wolf. Hard shot saved by De Bruyne, and the Dutch are immediately able to clear. And once again, no shortage of passion, emotion, intensity in this one. Israel has brought that, certainly from a physical perspective, from the opening whistle. And the Dutch down 5-0 already in this game. Maybe starting to show a little bit of frustration. That time it's Rutger van Bennekoom who has to report to the penalty box. So now a two-man advantage for Israel for 47 seconds here. Great opportunity for Chetner. And there's not much the Netherlands can do in this situation. They pretty much just had to give him that shot. But De Bruyne was there to shut the door. Approaching the 30-second mark in the first quarter. Still a two-man advantage for Israel. Chetner. Cross crease, and he connects with his teammates. It did not take long for Israel to take advantage of the two-man power play, the 5-on-3. And that time, it's Isaac Bach who takes the nice feed from Chetner and beats Kevin De Bruyne. 6-0 Israel as time is winding down in the first quarter. And still a minute and 40 seconds of power play time for the Dutch to try to kill off here. They are in a world of trouble in this one. Israel has been dominant so far. Wolf gets his team organized. It's been Wolf, it's been Bergman, it's been Chetner really keying things on offense so far for Israel, especially with the man advantage. Bergman to Chetner, no-look pass to Bach, and he couldn't finish the golden opportunity. Whistles it over the crossbar. Time expires, but a sensational performance from Team Israel here in the first quarter. They take a 6-0 lead over the Netherlands, and they still have over a minute of power play time to work with when the second quarter begins for the Netherlands. It's back to the drawing board as they have to figure out a way to get back in this game. You're watching the 2019 World Lacrosse Men's Indoor World Championships live from the Langley Event Center. We'll be right back. After a dominant first quarter against the Netherlands, and it goes from bad to worse for the Dutch because they start this quarter not just on the power play but with a two-man disadvantage after Daniel Ball, the goalie, or excuse me, one of the defenders, Kevin De Bruyne is the goalie. Daniel Ball took a penalty as time expired in the first quarter, so because of an earlier penalty to number 2, Rutger van Bennekoom, it is a 1-minute, two-man advantage for Israel to open this quarter. Israel's game plan right from the start has been to play a physical, intense game. They've forced a ton of turnovers from the Netherlands. And now we have an Israeli player who has to report to the penalty box, so it will be 4-on-3 for just under a minute here at the LEC. But I think because of that pressure and that intensity from Israel, you started to see frustration, and of course the scoreline doesn't help either, but some frustration for the Dutch crept in towards the end of that quarter, and that led to a string of penalties late. And if the Dutch have plans to get back into this game, they're not going to want to spend a lot of the time in the box. That will make it a lot more difficult to do so against the very potent Israeli power play. Wolf controls for Israel. Bergman down low. They get it back to the perimeter. To Bergman. Great set play there from Israel, but it's a beautiful save by Kevin De Bruyne in net, and he wins his team possession. So Van Bennekoom's penalty is about to expire, and then it will be 4-on-4 for about 45 seconds before the Dutch actually have about a 15-second man advantage of their own. But 4-on-4 for the time being as the Netherlands control. Great opportunity for them to get on the board. But the Israeli goalie shuts the door. Dutch still control, though, looking for their first goal of the game. That was number 21, Wieland Muskens, who was denied in close. The Israeli goaltender Zachary Higgins hasn't been tested much in this game. Shots are 19-6 in favor of Israel, but when Higgins has been called on, he's been sharp, and that was perhaps the best opportunity the Dutch have had right there. But he keeps the shutout alive. Tuguri. Another penalty comes in, this time against Israel. It's Fishman going to the box, so the Dutch with a 4-on-3 advantage, and there it is. They get on the board. That gets a big cheer from the bench and from the visiting Dutch fans. Happy to see the orange, as they say, finally get on the board here, and hopefully, they hope at least that will be the start of a comeback attempt. It is number 11, Joshua Tuguri, beating Higgins from the perimeter for the Netherlands' first goal of the game. That wipes Kaddish's penalty away, so we have 5 seconds of 4-on-4 before Daniel Ball gets out of the box for the Netherlands, and the Dutch will go back to the power play. Ball now out of the box. He charges right to the goal. Now he'll circle back and get a quick change in. Ball, of course, a defensive player. He'll look to get an attacking-minded teammate on the field for this man advantage. Down low, and it's another goal, 2 in quick succession on the power play from the Dutch. And just like that, they're back in this game. They trail 6-2, but still over 12 minutes to work with here in the second quarter. Quick strike that time from the Dutch on the power play. Wasted no time, really. It went right down low on the near side. Higgins not able to get over in time to cover his net. And it's another goal in quick succession for the Netherlands. Physical pressure, but it creates the opportunity for the Dutch to move in once again. Now they'll swing it back out and just look to get set up. You can feel maybe the Dutch just gaining a little bit of confidence from those 2 goals after they struggled to generate anything in the first quarter. But now they're on the board and they're looking to trim this lead as much as possible. That time another nice save from Higgins. He lobs it out, looking for his teammate Applebaum, who's able to control it. No opportunity on transition. Now he brings it back out, waits for his teammates to catch up. And it goes to Cruton, who allows the changes to come in for his team. Only 7 seconds left. Applebaum controls up top. 3 seconds. He's got to let a shot go. That one is well off the mark. Time runs out, and the ball goes back to the Netherlands. And they'll just let that one roll as far down as it wants before they touch it and initiate possession. Now they scoop it up. It's Parsons who took control. Now he gets it back. Uses the pick from his teammate. Was looking for Tuguri in the corner. Couldn't find him. Flapan picks it up. Big slash there from the Netherlands. No call, and Flapan does well to retain possession. Flapan, again, showing patience. The Israelis in no rush here with a comfortable 6-2 lead in the second quarter. Bergman, up top. Shot is off the mark, and again, the shot clock will expire. Late attempt comes in, but it was well after the buzzer had gone. So a couple of good defensive possessions in a row for the Netherlands. And they will hope that can spark their offense at the other end as they try to continue their comeback attempt. Tuguri can't handle the pass. It looked like he was already looking to shoot before he locked down possession that time. Long outlet pass from Higgins, taking by Udding. Udding all alone. Couldn't convert. Pass to Bruin. Now Udding puts a little bit of pressure on the Dutch ball carrier. And he's forced just to lob a pass up to his teammate, but a wild attempt there. Great pressure from Israel, and it's an over and back violation by the Dutch. As a result of that pressure, Israel forcing another turnover. Fishman to the far side, pass skipped by his teammate, but they control again. Double pick that time on the perimeter. A little bit of confusion there. Shots off to Bruins' pads. And Bergman, I think, thought that he had to dive to save that one from going back over the half line, but because it ricocheted off to Bruin, he was okay. And Israel maintains possession. Fisher. Heavy hit there from Ball. Fisher's able to get it to his teammate, though. Still with Israel. Wolf's attempt from in close on the near side, rejected by De Bruyne. Transition opportunity. Again, the pass too hot to handle in close. But the Netherlands still have the ball, still looking to go to work against this extremely tough Israeli defense. Both Netherlands goals have come with the man advantage. They have not been able to break down Israel at even strength so far. Good pressure on the rebound there, however, and they still have the ball. Another sharp save from Higgins. After a quiet first quarter, he's been called into action more and more here in the second frame. For the most part, he's been up to the challenge. Shots still heavily in Israel's favor. 23-11 on the shot clock. 6-2 on the one that matters, the scoreboard. Dutch player down on the field. That brings the trainer out to have a look. He's back on his feet, and he's able to walk to the bench under his own power without too much problem. And as a result of that check, it sends number 21, Dalton Lundy of Israel, to the penalty box. So the Dutch have had a couple of effective moments on the power play. They've got their 2 goals in that setting. And now with just under 9 minutes to play in the second quarter, they go back to the man advantage. And remember, this game was 6-0. If they can get it to 6-3, momentum really on their side, they can start to build that confidence back up that they really lacked in the first quarter, but all starts with the man advantage for the Dutch, and they need to convert again on this opportunity. And a small but vocal contingent of Dutch supporters in attendance today, and you can hear them cheering their team on, and there it is! It's another goal on the power play from the Netherlands. Number 66, Ross Parsons, the Coquitlam native. Of course, Coquitlam, the Tri-Cities in general, one of their number 1 exports, are very talented lacrosse players, and Ross Parsons suiting up for the Netherlands makes no mistake, again, early in the man advantage too. That's what's been most impressive about the Netherlands' performance on the power play. They haven't wasted much time doing it, and that time it was Ross Parsons from the perimeter sniping it past Higgins. Infraction by Israel off of the faceoff. That will give possession back to the Netherlands. It's 6-3. They've cut this lead in half. It was 6-0 going in to the second quarter. Now they have the ball back, and all of the momentum is on their side. Looking for an opening. Heavy pressure from Udding and then Kruder. Cross field. Well, that was a dangerous attempt by Parsons, by Reese Parsons. Tried to go 5-hole on Higgins, but he shut the door to keep this a 6-3 game. Bach denied by De Bruyne. Whistle on the play, however. Bit of confusion. But eventually, it is the Dutch player who's going to report to the penalty box as Bach took a heavy, heavy hit on that attempt from in close. Hitty Wessler will go to the box for the Dutch. Israel with a chance to just settle things down a little bit. Put their foot on the gas again in this one. They have been shut out. That one hit the crossbar. Stayed out, however. Dangerous attempt. De Bruin makes the save that time. And his team scoops up the ball. Hustling in transition. The penalty killers will change. It's Ball with the ball, looking to just kill a little bit of time from this penalty. Gives it back to Ross Parsons, the most recent goal scorer for the Dutch. And again, the Dutch just content to maintain possession on the perimeter, milk some of this shot clock, and drain as much time from the Israeli power play as possible. And that's exactly what they'll do. It's Josh Taguri just defending the ball in the corner there as the shot clock expires. Fishman back for Israel. Now Chetner. He's been the power play quarterback for much of the morning for Team Israel. Fishman. Screen from Bergman. Now Bergman again looking for that cross-field pass. It was denied. But again, great transition defense leads to the acrobatic opportunity from in close by Chetner, who leapt from behind the net and tried to sneak it past De Bruin. No good. 20 seconds remaining on the Dutch penalty. Israel with one more chance if they hurry down the field to get set up. Mahler surveys the field. Now hands it off to his teammate. Heads to the bench. Wolf. Time ticking away in the penalty. And just like that, Wessler is back on the field. A successful penalty kill for the Netherlands, and they have the ball back. Still trailing 6-3 as we're under 6 minutes to play here in the second quarter. But the comeback is on for the Netherlands. If you're just joining us, they trailed 6-0 after the first frame here. 3 power play goals have them back in the game before halftime. Applebaum takes it hard to the net. Another excellent save by Kevin De Bruin. He has been the Netherlands' best player. 28 shots now he's faced. And he's keeping his team in the game, at least for the moment. Israel maybe just backing off that intense transition pressure they showed in the first quarter just a little bit. The Netherlands have been able to more successfully gain the zone in the second quarter, and that time it was a nice opportunity from in close by Reese Parsons, denied by Higgins. Fishman, screen from Fisher. Shot stopped by De Bruin. Fishman recovers after the shot clock resets. Well defended by the Netherlands. Loose ball now back all the way out past the half-court line. And that's going to be a violation against Israel. Netherlands with possession. They had a chance to get something going in transition there right after they took the ball, but couldn't connect on the pass, and now it's a transition opportunity back the other way for Israel. Number 40, Matthew Flapan, hustles it up the field before giving it to Chetner and hustling to the bench. Couple of screens for the ball carrier. Tons of contact on that one. It's Bergman, who's down on the ground. Now he goes to the bench. 2 seconds left on the shot clock. That one is off the shoulder of De Bruin. Fresh 30 seconds to work with for Israel. And again, they slow the pace down a little bit here as they look to pad their lead. Nice pick and roll as Daniel Deckelbaum set the screen and then went hard to the hoop, but he couldn't handle the pass. Hard to the net, excuse me. Couldn't handle the pass, though. Now under 10 seconds again on the shot clock. Bergman dances around one man, fakes the shot, and then shoots it wide. 4 seconds. They got to put it towards the net. And time runs out on Israel. Couple of good looks that time, but the Netherlands have really locked in on defense. They haven't allowed a goal from Israel, and we're just over 3 minutes to play in the second quarter. Udding knocks it away from de Graaf. Loose ball scooped up by Semish. He waits for his teammates to join him, evades the pressure from the smaller Dutch defender, and he gives it up to Bach. Bach uses the screen. Again, it was Paul rolling towards the goal that time, but well defended. Another penalty coming up against the Dutch for a hit off the ball. That one was aimed at the 5-hole of De Bruyne by Bergman. Another excellent save by the Netherlands goalie, and he's going to have to be sharp again because it is Wessler headed to the penalty box in another 2-minute power play coming up for Israel. Actually, Wessler thought the infraction was on him, but now he jogs back to join his team. And that penalty instead is going to go against his teammate, number 11, Josh Taguri. Paul up top. Now to Bregman. Quick pass to Wolf. Behind his back to Paul. Great ball movement from Israel. Hasn't led to a shot opportunity yet. Wolf changes that as he fires it hard at De Bruyne, who makes the save and holds on. Doesn't allow a rebound opportunity. Gets his team the ball back. An excellent performance from the goalie for the Dutch, Kevin De Bruyne, here, especially in the second quarter. Netherlands looking to milk some time off the clock on the Israeli power play. They just are content to maintain possession as time ticks down on the shot clock. Now they'll take a look at net. 3 seconds remaining. Good opportunity there considering they really were just trying to kill time. Forced a sharp save out of Higgins. Cantor transitions the ball, then hands off to Bergman, pardon me. Wolf to Bergman. Back to Wolf. Pass behind his teammate. Only 5 seconds on the shot clock here. Israel has not been able to get the kind of looks they would prefer on this power play. And only 42 seconds remaining. The Dutch get the ball back with the 30-second shot clock. If they are able to maintain possession, they can kill off most of the rest of this penalty. And that's exactly what they'll look to do as they settle outside the offensive zone, now just inside. Under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Loose ball scooped up by Reese Parsons, who evades the pressure. And he's just going to dump it behind the net, not even try for the shot attempt. Just happy to give the ball back to Israel after taking 30 seconds off the shot clock there. 10 seconds remaining in the Israeli power play, under a minute to play in the first half. Israel leads 6-3 against the Netherlands. Another whistle, and that's going to erase what was remaining of the man advantage for Israel, as number 24, Ian Kadish, gets whistled for a slash. And so 10 seconds of 4-on-4 followed by a Dutch power play, and that Dutch power play has been very, very effective so far. They bring the goalie to the bench. A little bit of confusion there because no one actually came on to join him, and now no attacker came on to replace him. Now with the Dutch man out of the penalty box, Taguri, they have the man advantage. Kevin De Bruyne jogs back to his goal, and it's a 5-on-4 chance. They cannot convert, however, and the shot clock is turned off with under 30 seconds to play. But a sloppy outlet pass there. Oh, and then a sloppy play from the Netherlands in return. They had a golden opportunity to come down to get set up at the end of the quarter, but they give it right back to Israel. And now under 10 seconds in the half, can they find their first goal of the second quarter? It's Bergman from behind the net. His shot is wide. One last chance for an opportunity, but time will expire. So the Netherlands will go into halftime still with 1 minute and 5 seconds of power play time to work with. They did very well with the man advantage to cut into the Israeli lead after trailing 6-0 at the end of the first quarter. They fight back. Now they trail 6-3. Still a big mountain to climb for the Netherlands, but they've given themselves a chance in the second half. My name is Jamie Dodd. It's the 2019 World Lacrosse Men's Indoor Championships, live from the Langley Event Center in Langley, British Columbia. Halftime is coming up. Israel with the 6-3 lead. Welcome back to the 2019 World Men's Indoor Lacrosse Championships, live from the Langley Event Center here in beautiful Langley, British Columbia. My name is Jamie Dodd. The second half coming up between Israel and the Netherlands. Israel with a 6-3 lead, but it was a tale of two quarters in the first half. Israel jumping out to the big 6-0 lead in the first quarter before the Netherlands locked things down on defense and used the power play to crawl back into this game. They trail by 3 as we open the second half. The winner of this game will go on to the 5th place game. They will play the winner of the Czech Republic versus Finland. That game is coming up at 1 o'clock Pacific time today. Netherlands control early. They do have the man advantage to start the quarter. 45 seconds remaining in that power play, and their power play has been very effective. They've yet to score an even strength goal, so another great opportunity for the Dutch to cut into this lead. Hard shot saved by Higgins in the Israeli goal. 30 seconds remaining in the power play as the Dutch retain control. Swing it on the perimeter. Bergsma uses the screen from Parsons. His pass too hot to handle, but it comes right back to his teammate. Bergsma with the slingshot there, deflects up and out of play off an Israeli player, so the Dutch will retain control. They actually had their goalie out of the net for that last sequence so they could get the 6th outfield player on and get a little bit of extra pressure, but now with only 17 seconds remaining, they'll bring the goalie back in, and it's another penalty against Team Israel. Number 71, Zachary Paul, headed to the box. So a 2-man advantage for the Dutch. They waste absolutely no time in converting, and that's huge because since they scored while the first penalty was still ticking away, yeah, it gets 1 man out of the box for Israel, but now the Netherlands still have 1:53 of power play time here to work with as they continue to claw their way back into this game. Another power play goal, and now another opportunity for the Dutch with the man advantage. (6-4), the slim Israeli lead after they jumped out way in front early in this one. It's been all Netherlands since then here in the third quarter now. Controlling on the perimeter. A nice pass inside. Oh, that one just missed. My goodness, that was close. That was number 58, Harm de Vet, who was unable to convert it. Hit off the crossbar. Israel with a chance to kill some time here in their penalty. That one deflects off the back of the Israeli attacker, Kevin De Bruyne, who was one of the stories of the first half for the Netherlands, making 25 saves on 31 shots. He was able to scoop it up and get his team going the other way. Parsons, the standout player in that first half for the Netherlands. He was in on every goal, scored one of them, set up 2 others. He's been the key man on the power play, and he loads up a shot this time, and he has another goal. And just like that, we're only a couple of minutes in to the second half, and it is a 1-goal lead, 5 unanswered for the Dutch. It's another strike from Ross Parsons on the power play. That has been the key to get the Netherlands back into this game. And now they have all the momentum. But we are back to even strength where Israel has dominated this game. And they take possession as we restart play. Shetner One of a handful of players with a couple of points, and there they get it right back. That is a big goal. It's been a long time since they scored. You have to go all the way back to the first quarter. They needed that one. Shetner able to find Bach in close, and he puts it past De Bruin to restore a 2-goal advantage for his team. Play restarts. This time it's the Dutch with possession. Taguri evading the pressure of Chetner. Tries to go around another man, but he gets rubbed out on the boards. That physical presence from Israel has been a factor all game long. Dutch still with control, though, and still with 10 seconds to work with. Taguri out to Parsons. He loads up another one, now thinks better of it. Cuts inside. His late attempt was wide. Time winding down, and time will wind out on the 30-second shot clock. Israel gets the ball back. Bergman walks it into the offensive zone. Looking for space, now swings it on the perimeter to Wolf. Wolf in close, off to Bruin's shoulder. He scoops the ball back up. And the Israelis get set up again with a fresh shot clock to work with. Wolf sets the pick this time. Now it goes to Dickelbaum. And it was Silberlicht, excuse me, who tried to get in close that time, but possession goes back to the Netherlands. Bergsma. Pass too hot for Klingbauming to handle. Opportunity for Utting in transition. He is denied, can't get a shot away, and now it's a scramble for the ball. The Netherlands come up with it. Pressure from Israel. Couple of slashes there, eventually dislodges the ball. Play goes on. Another battle along the boards for it. Both teams ratcheting up the intensity here in the second half, with a spot in the 5th place game on the line. Now Israel will settle things down a little bit. Shetner, their playmaker, cuts in close that time. It went off the post after a nice move from Shetner to get inside the Dutch defense. Long outlet pass to De Graaf. He gives it to Taguri. Parsons takes a second to slow things down again for the Netherlands. Dealing with the pressure, gets a screen from a teammate to open up a little bit of space. Passes out of reach of Reese Parsons. And after a frantic opening few minutes to the second half, both teams struggling a little bit to find a rhythm on offense over the last minute or so. But Bergman will try to change that for Team Israel. Great pass, great save by Kevin De Bruin, who slid to his right and made the stop with his shoulder. Taguri. Back to Klingbauming. Now Taguri fakes one way, gets met by Semish, and the towering defender for Israel again rubs out Taguri. It's a 2-on-0. Dutch defenders rushing to get back, but Semish takes it all away, and he scores. He leaps into the boards in celebration. What a sequence for number 85, Tim Semish, the towering defender, forces the turnover along the board, scoops it up, goes all the way by himself, and is able to beat Kyle De Bruin at the other end. Tim Semish from Omaha, Nebraska, representing Israel at this tournament, and he restores the 3-goal lead. That's how it stood at the start of this quarter. The Netherlands trimmed it to 6-5 at one point, but a couple of goals since then for Israel gives them a little bit of a cushion again. That time it's Bergman, and that was as pretty as you please. The pick and roll play. Chetner feeding it to Bergman in close. Bergman was the top player in the first half for Team Israel. He picked up right where he left off here in the second half. Great feed from Chetner, one of the key playmakers for Team Israel. Bergman found himself all alone in front of De Bruyne and shows excellent composure, picks his spot, and is able to extend his team's lead. Goalie switch here for the Netherlands. After that really hot first half, De Bruyne hasn't been able to make the same kind of save so far here in the second half. So it's number 65, Andrew Gallant, another Tri-Cities product, who will come into the game for the Netherlands. And he has his first touch of the game as he looks for the long outlet pass. Now he'll go short to number 44, Versteeg. Turnover, Israel. Chetner goes over his shoulder to Flepan, who couldn't handle the pass. He gets rubbed out after the play by Versteeg. That brings a whistle. It's going to be a cross-checking call against Martin Versteeg. And he has to report to the penalty box. Israel has seized momentum back from the Netherlands after that surge early in this third quarter. And now they've got a great opportunity with a two-minute power play to stretch their lead even further. Deckelbaum to Chetner. Back to Chetner, screen from Deckelbaum. Chetner unwinds, aiming 5-hole on Gallant. Gallant struggled with it for a moment, but eventually he is able to settle it down and make the save. Israel forces the turnover. 3-on-2 opportunity on the power play. Cantor out to Semish. And the big man is content just to let the attacking players for Israel get back on the field. And first among those is Bregman, who takes control. Deckelbaum, now Chetner. Over to Bergman, quick shot and a quick goal. Kyle Bergman takes the feed, and he has been extremely effective for Team Israel in this game. Another goal, this one off the setup from Zachary Paul, and just like that, it's back to a 10-5 advantage for Team Israel. Israel will get possession off the faceoff. Paul controls. Cross to Chetner. Fakes the shot. He's denied further entry by the Dutch defender, but it doesn't matter as Bach is able to snipe it past Gallant from the perimeter. So again, this game was 6-5, and it's now 5 unanswered goals by Team Israel, the last 2 coming against the new goalie for the Netherlands, Andrew Gallant. He has not had a warm welcome to this game as Team Israel begins to reassert their dominance that we saw in the first quarter before the Netherlands were able to stage something of a comeback. But once again, all Israel right now here in the third quarter at the Langley Event Center. Long pass upfield to Bergsma. Bergsma all alone, waits for his teammates to join him. To Gurry, had to slow up to receive the pass. His shot didn't get through, and now he's going to be whistled for a penalty as he fought to regain possession. A whistle sounds as Parsons touches up. To Gurry is going to head to the box. Things starting to unravel a bit for the Dutch. They've given up 5 straight goals, and now they will send a very dangerous Israeli power play unit back onto the field. Deckelbaum to Bergman. Chetner. Now Paul. They swing it on the perimeter. Just looking for that lapse in defense, and it comes that time to Chetner. Normally, He is the playmaker, but that time he darted into the middle, took the feed from Fox, and it goes through the 5-hole of Andrew Gallant and just over the line. 12-5, Team Israel leads, and it's a short stint in goal for number 65, Andrew Gallant, after he allows a few goals in quick succession. Not necessarily his fault. He was working on the penalty kill for most of that time, but Kevin De Bruyne reports back into the Dutch goal. Israel, here they come again. Quick opportunity again. Chetner can't convert. He just scored on the man advantage, tried to add one at even strength there, but his shot is over the net. Heavy pressure from Chetner, picking up all the way from the Dutch goal. There is a penalty as a result of that pressure, though, and that brings De Bruyne to the bench. Bergsma controlling. Dutch have the extra attacker on. And Bergsma is going to be whistled for an infraction of his own. He was dealing with the physical pressure from the Israeli player. He had words for the referee. He gets whistled. Now he has to go to the box after an unsportsmanlike conduct call against him. And that is just a lack of composure on the part of Bergsma, because his team was about to go on the power play, where they've been extremely effective so far. Instead, it's going to be offsetting penalties. And we keep playing at 5-on-5. An opportunity squandered by the Dutch there. Taguri trying to scoop up the loose ball. He's met by Udding on the boards. Again, heavy pressure along the boards. But that time the Dutch should, oh my goodness! Tim Semish absolutely crushed the Dutch player with an illegal hit right in front of the Israeli goal. And my goodness, when you get hit by Tim Semish, you are going to feel it. The temperature of this game was already rising. That hit went to number 58, Harm DeVet, who struggles to get up. Now he's being attended by the trainer on the bench. And you heard the cries of disbelief after that one from the Netherlands bench. And now the referees will have a job in front of them to keep control of this game, because that was a dangerous, illegal hit by Tim Semish that sends him to the box, and he is given the 5-minute major as a result. So 5 minutes on the power play for the Dutch to work with here, and if they're going to get back into this game, now is their chance. One of the top Israeli defenders in the box, no less. And he will be in the box for nearly the remainder of this third quarter, about a 20-second differential between the penalty and the game clock. Netherlands still looking for their first opportunity on goal. There it is, well saved by Higgins. Follow-up chance is over the net. Israel starts back out of their own end. And that one goes 5-hole. The short-handed goal beats Kevin De Bruyne. That's a tough one to swallow if you're the Netherlands, as you're looking to make the most of that 5-minute power play. But the first strike in that 5 minutes goes to Team Israel. Jacob Silberlicht streaks in all alone short-handed and beats Kevin De Bruyne through his legs. Still lots of time to work with, though, for the Dutch. 5-on-4 power play for still 3 minutes and 45 seconds. After Tim Semish got the 5-minute major for the illegal blindside hit on the Dutch player. Deckelbaum, screen from Bergman. Deckelbaum goes around another player. A pile of bodies in front. He loses possession. De Bruyne slows things down for his team. Makes the outlet pass to Voorboom. De Vet, good to see him back on the field after he took that crunching hit from Semish. Parsons, the key offensive player for the Netherlands, gets it back from Taguri. Down low. Now back up to Parsons, looking for an opening. And he snipes another one. It is Ross Parsons getting on the score sheet once again. 13-6, Team Israel leads, but the Netherlands do still have 2 minutes and 52 seconds of power play time to work with. And that stoppage in play also allows Shetner and Bergsma, who are serving offsetting penalties in the box, to come out and rejoin their teams on the bench. That's especially key for the Dutch, as Bergsma does figure into their power play setup typically. And indeed, it is Bergsma who was taking that face-off, but the fault gives the ball to Israel. Udding dancing away from the pressure of Bergsma. And Bergsma gets whistled again. He can't believe it. He's got to be careful. He's already been whistled once for having words for the referee. And he did so again there. Didn't draw the extra penalty, but he is going to go to the box once the Netherlands touch up. And again, a missed opportunity for the Netherlands, because that penalty is going to wipe out most of the time remaining in Tim Semish's 5-minute major. Bergsma goes to the box for holding, and he is not happy about it. Shetner to Paul. Screen from Wolf. Paul shot it himself as a sharp save from De Bruyne. Ball ricochets into the corner where the Netherlands scoop it up. Pass just out of Taguri's reach. He's elbowed offline from the ball. And Daniel Applebaum will transition play for the Israelis. Deckelbaum switches places with Bergman. Takes it himself. De Bruyne stops it, not sure where it is for a second, but he did well just to collapse on the ball, and he's able to eventually take possession. Minute and 10 seconds remaining in the penalty to Bergsma. Minute and now 25 remaining in Tim Semish's 5-minute major. So we play 4-on-4 for, again, just about a minute here. Parsons looking for Taguri. He's unable to handle the loose ball. And it comes back to the Israeli goaltender Higgins, who gets it up to Kruder. Kruder walks it in to the attacking zone and then gives it to Shetner. Shetner pressured by Parsons. Couple of hard slashes, no whistle. Shetner tried to feed back out to the perimeter. Wolf scoops it up. 5 seconds on the shot clock for Israel. Another screen play, but the pass out of the reach of Paul. Bergsma will be out of the box in 15 seconds here. The turnover in their own zone by the Netherlands. Shetner trying a little bit of razzle-dazzle there, going behind his back, but he couldn't get much mustard on the shot. And De Bruyne is up to the challenge. He makes the save. 45 seconds remaining in the third quarter. 13-6, Israel leads. Now an abbreviated 15-second man advantage for the Dutch. Tim Semish getting ready to come back onto the field after serving his 5-minute major. Bergsma almost able to convert late. That one is going to be whistled off, I believe, because Bergsma was in the restricted area around goal. And once again, he has a few words for the referee. Score remains 13-6, under 30 seconds to play. Israeli goalie to the bench here as they look for the last offensive opportunity of the quarter, get the extra attacker out there. Shetner feeds to Deckelbaum, and it's a sensational goal from Deckelbaum. The composure, the agility, the skill to go up and over the shoulder of De Bruyne, and that's an exclamation point on what has been a very successful third quarter for Team Israel. They will take a 14-6 advantage into the final frame. And it looks very much like they will advance to the 5th place game. As the final second expires, the whistle blows. Once again, Team Israel leading 14-6 going into the final quarter. My name is Jamie Dodd. It's the 2019 World Indoor Lacrosse Championships.
It's a great World Lacrosse swag. Again, hashtags across the world. And
welcome back to the Langley Event Center. It's the 2019 World Indoor Lacrosse Championships. The Netherlands facing Israel, and the Netherlands facing an uphill battle here going into the 4th quarter. They trail 14-6. Again, the winner of this game will advance to the 5th place game in this tournament, where they will meet the winner of the Czech Republic and Finland. It's another goal from Chetner. Israel now with their largest lead of the game at 15-6. The Netherlands have shown a lot of fight in this one, a lot of spirit, but after they were unable to capitalize on that 5-minute major penalty assessed against Tim Semisch late in the 3rd quarter, and now the early goal in the 4th quarter from Israel. The task in front of the Dutch is maybe too much for them at this stage. Fischer jukes, goes crossfield to Bergman. Applebaum to Bach. 8 seconds on the shot clock as Applebaum has the ball. Now it goes to Bergman. He cuts in. Hit to the head there. He scores. There was going to be a penalty, but it's a diving effort over the shoulder of De Bruyne by Bergman, who's been a standout on offense all game long for Team Israel. Timon Whitekamp was going to get whistled for a penalty there. But it's wiped out by the goal. As Bergman took the cross-check to the head, but was still able to convert with the nice finish pass to Bruin. Semisch. He's put on the turf. And you have to think that Semisch might just get a little bit of extra attention from the Netherlands for the remainder of this game after he leveled one of their teammates in that 3rd quarter. It was Harm de Vet who was on the receiving end of a crushing body check, an illegal body check from Tim Semisch. That's what sent him to the box for the 5-minute major. Taguri dances around Semisch, tries to go 5-hole. Higgins shuts the door. Long stretch pass to Applebaum. 16-6, comfortable Israel lead here in the 4th quarter against the Netherlands. Chetner with another one, and things are starting to unravel a little bit for the Dutch. This was 6-5 at one point in the 3rd quarter as the Netherlands used a few power play opportunities to crawl back into this game. But since then, it has been all Team Israel, an 11-1 scoring run from that point. And they have really put their stamp on this game. We saw them do it in the 1st quarter as well. Then there was kind of a long, slow stretch for them in the 2nd and early 3rd quarters. But once again, they are showing their dominance in a big way over the Netherlands. Wolf on the left wing evades the defender. Now tries to feed his teammate. That's picked off by the Netherlands. Smart defensive play, but immediately followed up by a turnover as it's back in possession by Wolf. Fischer has a man open. That was Bergman, who's denied by De Bruyne in close. That time, though, Fischer takes the feed from Bergman, and it's another diving acrobatic goal for Israel as they are enjoying themselves here. They lead 18-6, and they can start to let their mind wander to, first of all, a day off tomorrow, which I'm sure they're excited about, But then Saturday's fifth-place game against either the Czech Republic or Finland, that game is coming up in about an hour, hour and a half after the conclusion of this game. Kadish to Bergman. Another chance for Israel to pour on the pressure here. They have controlled this game since about, the 12 or 11 minute mark of the third quarter. It has been all Israel. Bergsma trying to change that. Watched by a pair of defenders. Now it's back out to Parsons on the perimeter, 13 seconds on the shot clock. Reese Parsons with it. Back to Ross. Too hot to handle for DeVette, and it bounces to the Israeli goaler. Nice stretch pass to Mahler. Mahler lets his teammates change, waits for reinforcements. Bach with it. 12 seconds to work with for Israel. Deckelbaum weaving, nice pass to Bergman. Spins back towards goal, and he went flying into De Bruyne. And the shot was saved from point-blank range. Transition opportunity for the Dutch over the crossbar, scooped back up by the Israelis. Kadish. Now it's Paul. Wolf. Wolf on the perimeter again. Cross-court pass, cross-turf pass, really. Paul unable to get it past Bruin, but it is going to be another Dutch penalty on the play. As Aaron Vanderhorst gets rerouted from the bench to the penalty box. So a 2-minute power play opportunity for Team Israel. Should note for viewers, because Israel now is up 18-6 with the 12-goal lead, we're playing running time here in the fourth quarter. The clock will not stop even if the other team scores. So it is running time here in the fourth quarter because of the 12-goal lead. And now make that a 13-goal lead. Once again, it is Bergman on the power play. He continues to have a fantastic game. And Israel comfortably in the clear here at the Langley Event Center. Under 10 minutes to play, Israel leads 19-6 against the Netherlands after a really solid comeback attempt from the Netherlands. Israel has shown exactly why they were the favorites coming into this game, because they have not allowed the Dutch to have a sniff for a long, long time here. Shetner scoops up the errant pass, under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Fischer goes behind his back. Hard shot from Bach, saved by De Bruyne. It deflects into the corner, and his teammate takes possession. Van Bennekoom, heavy pressure again from Udding. He takes control, 2-on-1. Pass was behind his teammate. Now it's Taguri for Israel. Hustling up the field, but he's tracked down by the Israeli defender. And now with 13 seconds on the shot clock, Taguri will set things up for the Dutch. Another solid defensive play from Semish. That was a legal hit, but the physical presence of Tim Semish has been exceptional in this game. Yes, he stepped over the line on the 5-minute major, but other than that, he's played a clean game, and he has just been a dominant physical presence in front of the net as well as along the boards for Israel on the back end. 8 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Israel once again going to work on offense. It's Paul to Wolf. Shatner and Bergman. That has been the dynamic duo all game long for Israel. This time it's Chetner. Makes a couple of fakes, hesitates, beats De Bruin. And just like that, the lead all the way up to 14-20-6 in favor of Israel. And the total on the shot clock is pretty ugly as well. They've outshot the Netherlands 56-23. And really pretty much every time down into the offensive end for Israel, it's been the combination of Jean-Luc Chetner and Kyle Bergman running the show. Those two players have been extremely effective, shown some really nice chemistry together as well. And so far, the Netherlands have not had an answer, and they only have, just over 7 minutes left to try to find an answer. Israel ball once again. And you sense that some of the fight has gone out of the Netherlands a little bit here. Easy to understand when you're trailing by such a large margin late in the game. Fischer scoops it up at the top. Creates a shooting lane for himself, but his effort goes wide. Only 6 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Hard shot from the perimeter from a long way out by number 23, Daniel Deckelbaum. De Bruin does well to hold on to it. Stretches play for his team. 3 Dutch defenders up, but another turnover. Udding, he's had a standout defensive game as well as in transition for Israel. Gives it to Chetner. Chetner trying to feed his teammate Flepan on the far side. Now Bergman comes in to take control. 13 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Udding down low to Chetner, showing a new look there. And we've seen Chetner really operate from either the perimeter or maybe on the wing. That time he took the feed down low, made another sharp pass out in front. And Israel running away with it. They lead 21-6. It was Chetner finding Jacob Silberlicht that time. And that was interesting because other than Bergman and Chetner on that offensive possession for Israel, it was the transition players out there. It was Silberlicht, it was Flepan, it was Udding getting a chance to set up in the offensive zone rather than going and changing for their attacking teammates. And Silberlicht makes the most of that opportunity and converts a goal. And it is really unraveling now for the Dutch as they give up another quick one, 22-6, and mercifully we are under 5 minutes to play in the game. Zachary Paul, the latest to convert for the Dutch. Excuse me, the latest to convert for Israel. Believe it or not, this game was 6-5 in the second half. It started 6-0, but then through the second quarter and early in the third quarter, the Netherlands were able to claw back into it, mostly on the strength of their power play. Since then, it has been absolutely all Israel. Again, 6-5, so that means it is a 16-1 scoring run for Team Israel since it was a 1-goal advantage. Bach, nice save by De Bruin. Bach was in all alone, tried a couple of shot fakes, but De Bruin stayed locked in right with him and shut the door there. Again, as I've mentioned, the winner of this game will go to the 5th place game. They'll play the winner of the Czech Republic against Finland, as that shot is stopped by Higgins. But, of course, the loser of this game, the Netherlands, will advance to the 7th place game. Well, they will play the loser of that upcoming game this afternoon. So still plenty to play for if you are the Netherlands, and you don't want to quit on this game. You don't want to completely sacrifice any momentum you might be able to build going into your final game of the tournament. Still a chance to work on your system, work on your chemistry, your passing, all of that. It's an opportunity here in the final 3 minutes and 30 seconds. And the same goes for Israel. It might look like they're running up the score, but hey, they're trying to stay sharp because they have a big game coming up on Saturday. Strong defense by the Dutch. Now they control the ball. Wessler, met by a pair of Israeli defenders. He turns it over. Cantor gives it to Kadish. Kadish long up the field to Bergman. To Fishman. as Israel starts to get a few of their lesser used players into the game for some offensive opportunities, but some of the big guns still out there, Wolf, Bach among them. That time it was Daniel Deckelbaum who had to put it towards net late in the shot clock. His shot was blocked, though, so the ball goes back to the Netherlands. Richard Hahn. Now De Vet. And there it is. That gets a big cheer from the Dutch. Their first goal in a long while. Their first goal of this fourth quarter. Certainly it was De Vet who was able to snipe it past Higgins. And I think part of the cheer, yes, it's for the team scoring a goal, but of course Harm De Vet was the player who took that crushing hit from Tim Semish in the third quarter, and he was unsteady getting to his feet. He had to be looked at on the bench, but he has been able to play a regular shift since then, and it's heartening to see him get rewarded with a goal late in this game. 22-7, Israel comfortably in front. We're in the final 90 seconds, and again, it is running time, no stoppages of the clock here, because Israel has that lead larger than 12 goals. Bergman on the perimeter. Wolf. Quick pass intended for Chetner out of his reach. Now he scoops it up. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Fisher denied by De Bruyne. And Bergsma brings it over the half line for the Dutch. Final minute of play in the fourth quarter. Team Israel leads 22-7. They will advance to the fifth place game on Saturday. Ross Parsons looking for an opening. He's been the best player for the Netherlands. Now it goes to Taguri. Taguri to Hahn. 2 seconds on the shot clock. They got to get one loose, and they're not going to. And with about 1 second differential, actually, they'll just go ahead and turn that shot clock off so Israel can just milk the clock if they so choose here with a comfortable 15-goal lead. 60 shots on goal they've sent in the direction of the Netherlands. It's been De Bruyne for most of the game. Andrew Gallant did have a bit of a cameo appearance in the third quarter. He didn't fare much better than De Bruyne, though. And as time ticks away, Israel is just content to let the buzzer sound. A dominant second half performance from Team Israel. They run away with it. 22-7 is the final. They beat the Netherlands, and with that dominant victory, the Israelis take a whole lot of momentum into Saturday's fifth place game. Again, they will play in that fifth place game the winner of the Czech Republic against Finland. That game is coming up later here at the Langley Event Center. It will get going in about an hour and 15 minutes. Of course, you can watch it right here. We'll have full coverage of that game for you. 22-7, Israel wins. They outshoot the Netherlands 60-25. They advance into this tournament. The Netherlands will go to the 7th place game. Once again, my name is Jamie Dodd. You are watching the 2019 World Indoor Lacrosse Championships.